Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Jen Gaga's World. You know, as I was sitting here setting up this video, I kept on adjusting, I kept on moving things around, I kept trying to angle better, and I think it's been a while since I've sat in front of the camera in this way. If you've been in tune with my channel lately, a lot of it's been in the car, just kind of spur of the moment, not really, you know, planning on it, just kind of just jumping in. And I want to say that that's almost been easier, even though half the time I look super crazy, but I feel like it's been easier. This is more like official, like I'm chatting with you, like we're on a date, like not a date, but you know, like we're out with a friend and I'm here to chat like one-on-one without any distractions aside from the little bit here and there that you'll hear of my kids in the background. But I did want to come on here because today is a special day. If you've been part of my channel for this last year, if you think back to a year ago, I did a video similar to this, very long video. I did get some views, but it's a very long video, so I can see where people may kind of tune out. But I'll make sure to include that video link in the description down below, so if anybody wants to go back and hear my journey about this topic with Angel. I'm here to share with you kind of my thoughts on today. If you're interested to tune in to hear what I have to say in regards to Angel's birthday and just a little chat about miscarriage, please stay tuned and keep on watching. So of course, if you're still watching, it's because you're interested in today's topic. Now, actually, today would have been a perfect day to do a coffee chats with Jen video regarding miscarriage, and I finished my coffee before I even got home. I actually been running around all day. In fact, I was nervous that I wouldn't get a chance to video this because I was actually in the middle of meal prepping, which I will be posting a video on that as well. New year, same me, just the same goals that I'm still trying to crush. So here I am today. Again, I wanted to make sure to take a moment. I will include video in this video of what we will do a little later today to celebrate Angel's birthday. But again, without sidetracking, today's video is regarding the topic of miscarriage. So again, as I mentioned, I have a video that I shared a year ago, and that was about my journey, the experience that I had regarding miscarriage. And so I don't want to go into that too deeply because again, that was a very long video, it's a very detailed video, and I don't want to bore anyone. Not that it's a boring subject, but I want to just come on here to share my thoughts and how I feel today. So this morning I woke up, it's Sunday morning, it's a perfect day because it's Sunday, you know, it's usually a family day. And this morning I decided to skip the gym. One, because I was super sore from our snow day that I actually shared yesterday. And two, because I wanted to just be with my family as much as possible. So I didn't do the gym today, and I wanted to just really take a moment and think back and make it special for Angel. So I went downstairs before getting ready and to go to, you know, church duties. I went downstairs and I actually opened up Angel's little memory box that we have and just kind of thought about him, looked at his pictures, looked at my ultrasound, and just thought about how much has changed in these last 11 years. Today would have marked today marks 11 years since Angel was with us and passed immediately, seconds after he was born. And so I think back, and if you follow me on my social media, especially Instagram at Jen Gaga, but I did share on there kind of my thoughts. Like literally what I posted today with his picture was what I had coming straight from the heart. Like I even had to, after I posted it, I went back to check, make sure that my words made sense, because I didn't necessarily edit it. I just sort of spell checked, but didn't really reread, if that makes sense. I just wanted to post it. And the reason why I posted right away is because I always make sure to post at 9:52 a.m. I was late by a minute, so I was just rushing against time, and it took me like 15 minutes to create, and then here I was running late. So I posted right away. Everything looked good, and I'm happy to have shared with that. I would read it back, but I actually film on my film on my phone, and I would need my phone to look at that. But if you're interested, please feel free to check out my Instagram page. I'm not private, so whether or not you follow me, that's fine. But those were words from the heart. I'll actually include the post in this video as well. Now, the reason why I wanted to share this story is because, you know, I think I may have covered this topic in my video, but miscarriage is often a taboo, something that goes unspoken of, and it actually happens to more women than you may think. More recently, and I hope she's okay with me sharing this, again, I haven't really promoted my page, my YouTube channel on my Instagram or social media pages, but I do still like to talk about this, because once I do, or when she finds out, I don't want people to ever feel like I was putting their business out there. But I do have a good friend of mine that recently suffered a loss. And, you know, it's just so crazy, because I hear about this so often. And, you know, just death in general, the last few weeks have been tough. And so, like I said, miscarriage is one of those things that happens to us often. And it happens to us when you don't even think. You know, I had 3 children already. I never would have imagined it happening. And same with her. She had 1 son, and of course that happens, and no one would have ever expected it. And so my heart does go out to anyone that ever suffers any loss, and excuse me, especially those that are close to me. You know, it's something that women really can't understand or relate to until it happens to them, or have suffered a loss of a child, which to me, not that one's better than the other or less hurtful than the other, but when you've had memories with your child and then they happen to suffer a loss or, you know, death. So, but again, I bring up miscarriage because I don't know why it's such a taboo. I don't know if it's a woman that feels they're not woman enough because they lose their child or lose their babies, or maybe they haven't had children at all and they feel like, oh, I'm a failure. And just, I guess my point of this post is to not only celebrate my son's life, but also to say to women that miscarriage does not define you. Miscarriage, no one will ever really be able to understand it. And not to get religious on anyone, but only our Creator has the reason and their plan. And all I can say is everyone copes with this differently. But I chose to share my story because I feel that there needs to be awareness around it. Now, of course, awareness, you think all these other topics that relate to awareness is to help find a cure, help find a cause. And I'm not saying that this is ever something that we'll be able to find out what the cause is, but awareness because it's okay to talk about it. And awareness so that women can come together and share those feelings of loss, feelings of failure, feelings of sadness, and really be able to come together and share that joy, that there's still hope, that of course having a baby, your rainbow baby, doesn't mean it's going to replace, like Janessa never replaced Angel. But I can tell you that the choice of what our family, of course what my family chose to do and celebrate him, doesn't make it better than anyone else. everyone will always have something to say. Everyone will always judge. I have family members that judge us because we never buried Angel and we have him here cremated in his urn. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's our family, that's our choice, and he will get buried one day. It will be either with my husband or myself. We always said, whoever, you know, it's kind of sounds scary to say whoever dies first, but it's true. Like, whoever passes away first, we have agreed that will be buried with Angel. So it's just on pause right now, and he's here with us. He's part of our family, and we want to keep him here with us. So the way that we coped, and I'll just share my story really quickly because this video is already going to be long, but I coped personally. I'll start with myself personally. As I've shared before, I threw myself into school and continued going for years and years and years. And on his 10th birthday year, because I wasn't graduated yet on his 10th birthday a year ago, but in the same year that he would have been 10 years old, probably around the time he would have been born, because he was due in between late May, early June, I graduated with my master's in public administration. So you have to think about how important 10 years can be. And I don't want to get emotional, but to think that I went 10 years before his passing, doubting myself, thinking I wouldn't be able to handle it. I have children, I can't do it. They're too little, I don't have the money. And then it took that one thing, and I just remember thinking to myself, how can I turn this negative into a positive? And that's where I threw myself into my education and into school. And he was my why, he was my driving force. Now, of course, as you all know, we entered a new decade. It is the 2020, the 20s of the, what is this, century, I guess. And, you know, they say in the 1900s it was the roaring 20s, and I do truly believe that it'll be the roaring 20s once again. And I don't mean that with any negative that happened in the 1900s, but I mean that I have plans, and I don't want to like really put them out there right now. That's a whole nother video. But I will tell you that at the end of the day, I feel like a little bit of Angel is still inside of me. And whatever happens in the next 10 years, I'm going to look back and say, it all started because of my son. And I made that happen. And he helped me make that happen. Because that little glimmer of Angel is still a part of me. He's still my guardian angel that follows me every day. And our family's guardian angel. Now, to jump ahead into how our family has handled it, the first year I made a big deal. The first year we went to Mass. We dedicated Mass to him. It was a Tuesday. But I made it a point that I'm off every year. I take that day off. Like, I don't care what it is, like, I'm going to have that day off. And if I have to like beg to my manager or supervisor, I will beg. Today worked out because obviously it's Sunday, but next year will be on a Monday, and it won't be my ADO Monday, so therefore I will be asking if I can swap or whatever I can do to have that day off, because that to me is the day that I always celebrate of him. And every year we get a cake, every year we celebrate him, we sing happy birthday. Last year we did the same. Last year it was on a Saturday. It was a Saturday, so we did dinner. This year I thought about it, but you know what, we've hosted way too much, and I just wanted it just to be us. So my husband's going to get a pizza. It's football Sunday. Our Niners are on a bye week, so it's all good in the hood. We're just watching everybody else just, you know, get into the playoff, clinch their playoff seat. And I got him a football inspired birthday cake. And think about it, he would have been 11, so he'd been right at that stage where he's into his team and he's into the game and he's into football just as much as his mom and his dad, and all of us love football. I still can't tell you the specifics on football. That's a whole nother subject, but I can tell you that I'm a diehard Niners fan, and I have always and will continue to be. And whether or not he would have liked the Niners, I don't know, but I know that if he would have, Mom would have had a little something to do with that. Another thing is I never got to do a video about my lovely little personal tree back here, but if you can notice, the tree's gold. I don't normally do fake trees, but I do fake trees around the house. I have the main tree's real. This one's fake, obviously, but this is my personal tree. And if you can tell, what do we got here? San Francisco. What do we got here? Something I added to my tree this year. It's like a picture of like, or an ornament of what a Niners ticket would be. And so this is very much my tree. You could tell we got little Starbucks cups everywhere. Just, it's my tree. And he maybe would have been a Niners fan, maybe not, I don't know, but I tell you that it's so special to us. And so of course, fast forward to 2011 when my daughter was born, which was 2 years later, and you know, a year later, like she had no idea who Angel was. Obviously, she's our rainbow baby. But as she started growing, she understood every year, January 5th, we celebrate Angel's birthday. And I don't know, they say that sometimes, you know, souls are embodied in other people, and he may live through Janessa because she gets mad if I don't include Angel. Like, I have a stocking, a little itty bitty stocking, and she's like, how come you don't put stuff in his stocking? And it's funny, but you know, she's right. But I mean, also I usually put candy in there, and I'm like, well, mommy, you know, he can't eat the candy. But obviously she's like, well, I can eat it for him. But you know, it's just our way of celebrating him and understanding that, you know, God forbid my daughter ever goes through this. It hurts because I don't even want to think about it. My daughter, not only my daughter, but my boys, just because they can't get pregnant doesn't mean they won't have a relationship with someone. And I want them to be able to cope through something like this and know that it's okay. It's a celebration of what we have as a family that's special to us. And so yeah, that's kind of what it is. Again, I don't want this video to be super long, but I wanted to jump on here, just kind of talk to you and talk about how it's okay to talk about it. And you know, some may agree with me, others will disagree with me, and I don't really care because that's just how it is. Like, it is what it is, and that's the beliefs that we decide to have as a family. So, you know, another thing, I just want to share my day since I've been on this whole Vlogmas kind of thing. I feel like now it just comes out. But my day started off good, as I mentioned, but I do have that little bit of sadness I feel behind it. Like, I'm on edge. And like, we went and, you know, got some In-N-Out after church, and I felt a little on edge there just because it was just crowded. Another thing that could be contributing to it is two other things. One is our puppies. We gave them to our partner, so kind of had to say our little like goodbyes, because you know, those that will be taking over the puppies, they'll, you know, we just won't see them anymore. We might get one back, but that's to be determined if the other one doesn't go, the little boy. Also, today's Sunday, so obviously, as you know, I've been off, and so I go back to work tomorrow. Not that work's sad. I love everybody that I work around. Like, everybody's so chill. I'm excited to see my peeps, and I'm excited because on Tuesday I'll move to my new desk. You know, there's that new change, new year, new change kind of thing. But it is, you know, like, I like being home, and I just kind of, I could use another day. My boys don't go back until Tuesday, so it's kind of like bittersweet. Like, oh, but you gotta pay the bills. Unless I can become YouTube famous, y'all, like, help me out. Otherwise, I gotta go to work, gotta pay the bills. But even if I was YouTube famous, like, I got medical benefits at work that YouTube is not gonna provide me. So I got student loans coming up. I got bills to pay. We're trying to get out of debt. Like, this is going to be the year to get out of debt. And if it's not necessarily all the way out of debt, because obviously I'm not going to sit there and pay my house completely off or my cars. But if I can just minimize it to where that's all I'm worried about is the big bills, like the car, the house, the student loan, because that's like a whole other car in itself, whole other topic. You know, that's the goal. But this whole video is turning into kind of a a little bit of everything, but that's kind of where I'm at with today. As far as the rest of the day, I came home, mapped out my meal prep list. You know, it's like New Year. I'm just trying to get back on track, because if you know me, you know that I've been doing my workouts. I've been on my grind meal prep. My coworker calls me meal prep. She used to not even want to ask me to lunch because she's like, oh, I don't want to mess up your meal prep plans. So it's just, you know, refocusing. I've been on vacation, so I haven't been meal prepping, obviously, but it's time to just get back on track, get things done. But I'll share with you real quick before this video goes any longer. When I went to go to the store, I ordered Angel's cake through Nothing But Cakes, and I always pre-order so that way I don't have to sit around and wait there. Like, time is money. Like, I cherish my time. Like, I literally use every minute of my day, I think. But I ordered his cake, and then I thought, well, I want to stay on that side of town, so I'll just hit the Walmart over in that area. Got our little meal prep trays. We have them, but I feel like I'm starting to run out, and I don't want to be wasting 15 minutes of my day. I'll just, you know, looking for matching sets and lids, so let me just go get new ones. Plus my son, with him wanting meal prep as well, I needed the extra. And then just the Walmart parking lot in itself is just a headache. And then I went to Winco, and that was a whole nother mess of just people everywhere. Excuse me. I also feel that a lot of folks are going back to work tomorrow. Like, I know a lot of people that were off all the way through today. So I think it was just like that hustle and bustle, get the groceries, get everything ready for the week. Everybody got paid on the first, obviously, not myself, but I know a lot of folks that are state workers that get paid on the first of the month. And so there was just a lot of people, like, not really taking too much in line. It was just the people in the store. Just the parking lot, you know, that usually just kills it. And then I remembered, oh, I forgot the part about how I walk inside the store without my list. The list that I sat there and wasted like 30 minutes creating, I forgot it in the car. And it was one of those things where I had my bags in my cart, and to try to turn around in Winco, if anybody goes to Winco, like, you know that it's like one in and one out. So for me to have to go against traffic to exit through the enter and get all the way to my car, it was just, forget it. I'll just try to remember what it was. And since I was on Pinterest getting ideas, I was able to find, I think, what was the original plan that I had done, like, for meal prep. So then I get back to the car and I realize I forgot broccoli, I forgot rice cakes, and I forgot, what was it? There was something else that I forgot. And I was like, forget it. I'll just go by the Walmart on the way home. Because right next to that other Walmart is a Walmart grocery store. We live right next door to another Walmart too, but they're not the grocery store, and I didn't want to go dealing with that parking lot. The other one was on the way home. After getting the bundt cake, so I just went back there. I went into the Nothing But Cake place, packed. Like, I swear everywhere I went was packed, and parking lots were packed, and it was just like, I felt as if I was being tested. And I don't know if it's just like, you know, when they say like negativity kind of like feeds off of itself. And not that I was being negative, but I think just because I was down and I just was not patient. I just wanted to hurry up and get home. I was thinking about making this video. I was thinking about doing my meal prep video, which I still have to finish. And yeah, so it got to the point where I got to the car and I just wanted to cry. Like, I just wanted to cry. And it's not like anything happened. It's just, I don't know. Just wanted to cry. I think everything's just kind of bundling up. But I'm not going to cry. I'm going to celebrate and enjoy the last few hours of my vacation and my Sunday, and I'm gonna go finish my little meal prep and just refocus. So I thank you all so much. For anybody that is watching, I appreciate your support, and if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to comment down below. Please make sure to follow my, hit that little subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, and you'll be notified of any other videos. I've been posting videos back to back to back these couple days because I finally caught up on my Vlogmases. I'm probably one of the few that still even cares at this point, but it was one of my challenges with myself to have done this year, and I totally fell off the map with that. But I know now what I may or may not do next year. Yeah, so I thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, and I appreciate you all for this continued support, and I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. Bye!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angel. Happy birthday to you. Big hit, big hit, big hit.